the impact of these programs. But as far as children go, Ahmadi children, as you have just said, they're enjoying it so thoroughly. You know, sometimes they force their parents not to turn to any other channel. They say, no, we are happy with this Ahmadiyya program. So it's doing a lot of good, unimaginably beneficial to the Ahmadiyya cause, because I don't know now that the Ahmadiyya television is working, what we could do without it. Within 1 year, you know, we've started observing its influence. When I was in America, I received a letter from an Ahmadi girl who was a university student, somewhere in Oxford or Cambridge, I don't remember exactly, but she was the student of a very highly respectable university. And she wrote to me confessing that although she was born in an Ahmadi home, and raised as if she was an Ahmadi, she had no interest in Ahmadiyyat, she had no knowledge of Ahmadiyyat. She just grew up as a secular educated girl and had reached a very high standard academically. She said, once it so happened, I visited a friend and there was MTA channel, you know, being displayed at that time. She said, I was so interested. I started looking at it, and then I regularly started going. In the university, I can't see all the programs, but on weekends, I regularly go and watch these. And I have become Ahmadi again. It's such a big bang, you know. Said, I wish I had not wasted my life before. This is, with the grace of Allah, the impact of these programs, which are not very developed, which are very poorly presented. You know, when I teach language programs, sometimes we don't have even a toy of a horse to show them what a horse is. And we make do with pictures and this and that. But still, the objective of teaching language is achieved in a manner as nowhere else you will notice, you will witness that. Ravil, a Russian-born gentleman, has attended 18 such lessons. And if you speak, he himself amazed. So this is Ahmadiyya television, which is a very great blessing of Allah which has descended upon us from heaven. And it is meant to create great things for Ahmadiyya. So let us stick to this simple, honest presentation without any affectation, without any artificial means of making it more attractive. People are fed up, in fact, with hollow things. Deep inside they know that a reality is always more beautiful than an artificial presentation of a hollow thing, a hollow object, or a hollow philosophy. Ahmadiyyat there is solid right to the core, mashallah. Okay?
And now my question, sir.
I thought you came only to let me know what the beautiful response of your daughter.
No, Hazur.
Another question?
Yes.
Okay.
Again, lottery. Hazur, is it allowed to install lottery machines in their premises?
For God's sake, don't it? It is like, your question is like this, that I know it is forbidden to kill people, but it is permitted to create a slaughterhouse where they'll be slaughtered. Now, you are doing the same thing to lottery. You say it is forbidden for me, but I'll create a slaughterhouse for slaughtering people. This is not a fair question at all. You should have nothing to do with such things as you consider forbidden in Islam.
Hazur, already some people's got, like Texco or post office people. They insist to you to install a machine or something like that.
That is your problem. That's not my problem. Do whatever you may, but you must not rebel against Islamic injunctions. You must not violate the clear-cut instructions of the Holy Quran and of the Holy Prophet.
Yes.
That's on one side, and the other side is the worldly gain or worldly compulsion, whatever you may call it. The comparison is obvious. There's no choice.
Okay.
Right?
ठीक है.
Please. Yes, please.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. You are growing very fast now, mashallah. Huh?
Yeah.
Getting a very charming figure.
Thanks.
Okay, please.
Yeah, my
He was a
question.
child of yesterday, a small child. Now just look at him. He's growing into a handsome gentleman. Please.
As you know, technology throughout the ages has constantly been advancing.
Right.
And I believe that especially in the last 50 years it has been advancing at an exponential rate. So far that, today I can't even imagine in 20 years where I'll be in terms of technology and the world. And what I wanted to know is, will there ever be a limit to advancing technology? And will man ever be content?
You see, there will be no limit as far as the advancement of any technology is concerned, because according to the Holy Quran, you cannot even encompass the knowledge of the smallest particle, because God has put more into it than you can ever encompass.
Yes.
So if there are always secrets to be discovered and disclosed, and it is the disclosure of new laws and hidden things which pushes the wheel of scientific advancement further.
Yeah.
Then there could be no end, of course. Logically, it's not possible. But it is possible for man to come to an end himself. If he disregards the purpose of his own creation and treats with disrespect all the bounties of Allah bestowed upon him, and this constant advancement is one of the bounties, then a time must come when he would be punished. And as such, he may be, and according to the Quran, he will be wiped out of this superior position, if not existence. Now, I can interpret those verses in two ways. One is that it may be implied that the race of mankind will be wiped out of existence completely, and a new superior species will be created. That is one way of understanding. The other is that the race will continue, but like monkeys and chimpanzees, because the new creation will rise so much higher in its grandeur and magnanimity and wisdom and vision and capabilities, and maybe even the potentials like if more sense may be added to their five senses, that sort of thing. That this human race will become just a small thing, not worthy of communication with God.
Yes.
As such, they will be abandoned and they live as like the extinct animals sometimes linger on for a while. So that is how I read the message of the Quran.
Yeah.
So advancement cannot end, but the steps which are advancing may be arrested.
Yes.
Out of their own folly.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, I understand what you mean. Thank you.
Thank you. Acha, I'm glad that we decided to sit on in this question answer session, but just now we have discovered that before this the food was not ready. So they've just sent the message in that now the food is ready. All right then. If the food is ready, we call it a day. Okay? You all approve? Okay, Assalamu alaikum. In 10 minutes or 20 minutes? In 15 minutes, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.